They're also great for people who like having perfect games and achievement hunted games on Steam because they all have one achievement and it's finish the video game. Whoa. I really, 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 really like the sound design in this one. Oh, interesting. How's the volume levels? Let me know. I can turn it down if it's too loud. Oh. In as few moves as possible kind of game? Yeah, it does seem that way. Whoa. I think this is one of the more recent ones from this guy. Right now. This one's cool. This one's really cool. At least cool start anyway. So Dota Underlords is the best auto chess? I've thought about getting into Underlords a couple of times, just because it kind of has a lot of features that I would want in a game like that. Like, oh, you can just switch over to playing on Steam instead of like on mobile and stuff like that. Like, those seem like features I would want. But then on the flip side, I have this problem where I haven't been playing games on my phone. And yes, these games are on phones, but even though they're on phones, they're not the kind of game I want to play on a phone. Okay, so gotta push you up that way. Huh. Interesting. This reminds me of like little organizational game I'd find at like at the dentist's office or something. Like a little physical toy that you slide stuff around. Okay, so those need to slide further. Gotcha. But no, if you're interested in these little on these little puzzles and you're worried about colorblind problems, Lineway might be good. There is a point where there is color-related puzzles, but color isn't entirely necessary to solving the puzzle. Like, as somebody who's not colorblind, it's kind of difficult for me to recommend. Whoa, okay, this one suddenly got me. What am I doing here? Because, like... Huh. I mean, if you if you like number puzzles, I would very easily recommend Hex Cells. HEX Cells. It's like advanced Minesweeper, but also really neat. It's another game that it's a series that I'm planning on diving into here at some point once I'm kind of done with all of these hour-long ones. Assuming that, you know, I don't get stuck immediately like I am currently on this one. It's like I keep thinking, okay, and I'll pull that one over, but I can't. All questions here are rhetorical here, by the way. I'm not actually asking for assistance. It's gotta be this one. Because you're not going all the way to the end, I don't think. No, you are. Which one? Oh, you know what one would be good is Hook. H-O-O-K. It's all about symbols. There's no colors. It's all just like gray and dark lines. It's about completing circuit boards. I feel like there's a really simple answer here, and I'm like not seeing it. I mean, it's very cheap, so I don't know. I bought 9 of these yesterday, so I was just like, I'm just enjoying these. So I'm just like buying them like candy. Not spending money on coffees right now. Might as well buy puzzle games. Where the heck am I going with this? Can't move them sideways. Oh, there we go. Progress has been made. But still doesn't get rid of the whole piece. It just gets rid of... All right. I feel like I need to back up a little bit here. That's where we started. More or less. Line is a much longer one. I also own Line. Line's also on the to-do list. Got it. Oh, so those ones disappear. That's interesting. Line is on my to-do list. How long did it take? Have you finished Lion out of curiosity? I'm trying to figure out, like, planning wise, like, these ones are easy because I can just, like, chuck in an hour when you see the solution before the streamer. And sharing that with the streamer gives streamer anxiety and frustration. Keep your dumb thoughts to yourself, Lewis. If that gives you anxiety, then please do me a huge favor and go watch another broadcast. It's nice to have people to talk to, but it's not nice to know that you're frustrating people. But a few hours? Gotcha. Good to know. But then it got daily boards. Ah, yeah, well. That's understandable. Forgot to redeem those myself. So I'm just going to do this, Rattle and Bones. I'm just going to refund that and say, please don't make me do that again. I do those during the day stream. Not at night. Yeah, it's all good. I should make that more clear. Also, hello, Carrie. How are we? I think I unsolved myself here. Fully deleting and re-adding them? There is no method to really do what you're suggesting unless I literally delete and re-add them, and I don't feel like doing that. That's just too much effort. The hell is this stuff? I mean, I'm playing a different game than I was when you left, Bailey. Because when you left, I was playing Walking Sim, right? Then I played and finished a whole game, and now I'm back. Faulted Thrower, hello, how are you? I'm sliding boxes around to unlock things. With satisfying crackling sounds. Reminds me of a campfire. Because that's going to take a... I need to get it all the way up top to do that, so I got to go all the way around. There we go. And then thunk. Yeah, pretty simple. Standard puzzle game stream rules apply, though. Please do not give me answers at all, under any circumstances. And if that bothers you, There's many other broadcasts on this website that you could be watching. Hello, Picture Point. Good evening. And Kiri, thanks for the host. Going to bed soon? I get you, Faulted. Hope you've been well. It's been a minute. Got to level 16. What was the name of the area that you died in, if you can remember? Did you stream it, or were you just playing? Once things are unlocked, you can move them in in any direction. All right, so I can do that, that. We just gotta get rid of this guy. The Inner Church Palace? Ooh, that's about as far as I've gotten. What difficulty were you playing on? Ah. Normal? Good shit. This is $1, Faulted. Well, 79 cents US, I think. All of the games that this person has made are really fucking cool. New mechanics! Most of the games by this creator are about an hour long. Maybe a little less if you're fast. But every single one I've played has been very enjoyable. Okay, so I gotta unlock these and then match the lines now. New mechanics, yay! This is not the optimal way of doing this. What? Fuck it. Okay. Shit. There we go. That was... For going for as few moves possible. Definitely not gonna be getting any medals in that regard, but... It feels like you're figuring it out with me. That or you're smart and then you figured it out by the time you see it and you're like, streamer dumb, jeebers, creepers. But yeah, no, regardless of if you're about to go to bed or if you're having a hard time sleeping, thanks for swinging by these late night streams, because I do these late night streams when I'm not in the best headspace and don't want to be alone in my own brain. So it's really nice when people tune in for these. Got it. And you're like, oh, it's like a pleasant surprise. I mean, there was that one that I got real stuck on, but outside of that, I've been pretty okay at this, I think. I know I've had people tell me that I'm borderline hypnotic to watch play Minesweeper because of how fast I am. I've actually been playing this game called Finesweeper, which has some mechanics I really hate, but it's another really cheap puzzle game. It's a Minesweeper style puzzle game, but it adds a few like power-up mechanics that I'm not certain I like, and some leaderboard stuff, which is really cool. You want to throw a Minesweeper party, but like are we talking real life Minesweeper, or are we talking like puzzle game Oh, that's one big piece, okay. Shit. I did that backwards. There we go. I just need to get the end bits over to this. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, this has definitely been a fun little money pit to fall into on Steam. Certainly an enjoyable one. Fudge. Got it. But you would project the gameplay on the wall of a giant minefield? It sounds like something you'd see in, like, Mad Max. How the heck do I make them go down that center bit? So if I line them all up, they don't go that way. Form. Oh. Cool. But yeah, no, that sounds like some sort of post-apocalypse style war movie. Oh, I need to get those two in the same spot. Might just leave you there. Look at that. Yeah, not only that, but like every single one of these different puzzle games, like here, I'll pop it back up because it's worth it. This is, you know, Steam. And if I go here and I click on this person's name, I finished this one, we just finished this one. I don't like this game because it's not a puzzle game, it's an arcade game, and I'm not a big fan of it. But we are currently playing a game that they made with this person. So as a group, they've like there's got to be a couple of them, but like the one we're playing right now came out in 2018. I just finished the one from 2019, which didn't do super hot. Like some of these have done quite well, and they're all really interesting. Hey, Redbeard, and they're all 79 cents. How you doing this evening, Redbeard? I need to get this one down there, I think. Trouble sleeping? Yeah, me too. Feel like it's kind of a common thing I hear this year and last year is trouble sleeping. For one reason or another. I hear it a lot. Everyone's having trouble sleeping. Holy crap. Steven, thank you for the really big raid. Holy crap, dude. Welcome, Raiders. If you guys don't know Steve, Steve's amazing. He plays games with his hat and a mouse. Definitely worth checking out. I hope the stream was good, Steve. Are you still playing all the Phasmophobia stuff? We're playing line puzzles. Well, I'm stuck on a puzzle, but we're solving puzzles. Ghosts? Wait, way too many ghosts. What do they? Does the crew that you play with make you go get scared by the ghosts? Thanks, King. I've never actually played that game. I just know that a lot of my friends like it. I've fallen down this rabbit hole recently on Steam of these puzzle games that are all extremely cheap and extremely satisfying. So these are all this current game that we're playing. This is the second one we've done today. They're all like under $1. I guess what I need to do is I need to get that up here and one of these down there. Question is, how the heck do I do that? Just for the fun of it? Gotcha. So it's more about the detective aspect of it. I think I see the final solution. It's just a matter of getting it there. Actually, maybe I have it. Bet you that's it. Sort of. Close. Close, but no cigar. Got it. This, might as well shout these out. This developer, which I just lost the page for, has made a whole bunch of these little puzzle games. And you can get them all in this little 5-in-1 games bundle, although this one isn't a puzzle game. This is a hardcore arcade game, which I'm not fond of. But they're all very good and very different. There's actually quite a large number of these little puzzle games on Steam that are all very cheap. And they're all roughly an hour long or so. And they usually involve stuff that, you could probably do on a tablet. And these games are also on phones. But they stand really, really well on their own just as little puzzle games. And I've had this problem with puzzle games over the years, which is I feel like a lot of them tend to outstay their welcome for me. So while I really like puzzle games, I want to play a puzzle game that I'm not tired of by the time it's done. And these are just the perfect amount of here's an hour to 2.5, maybe 3 hours at most of good, interesting puzzle solving that then snaps off and is done. And it's very, 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 very satisfying. So that can't go that way because you're stuck at the end there. So you got to go the other way. So you come over here. You pop there. You pop there. Now that you're unlocked, I can push you that way. Bring you up. Unlock you. Bring you down. Push you over. Unlock you. So now it's a matter of lining all the lines up. And then combine that with one of my stream teammates, Kiri, getting me weirdly hooked on actually completing games for achievements. What's playing in the background? This is just the game's music. I'm not playing any music. This is literally 100% the game's music. I'm a bit of an becoming a bit of an achievement hunter, yeah. I wouldn't quite say a fully achievement hunter, but it's been nice as a distraction outside of just playing games, I guess. Is there a line on that side? I'll bet you that this is running on some of the same code as the one that we played through earlier. Because there's lines on the sides of them, which is kind of funky. Let's just bring all these down here. Chuck all, oops, no, not you. Yep, get back over there. Go. Up top, come on. There we go. Tournament arc is next. I mean, currently we're firmly in the Insomnia arc, so... You know, Picture Point, I knew that you were into fighting games, but I never really took you for a full-on weeb. I don't know why. No problem. I mean, that was one of the records I played this evening. Because I did a, I don't know if you caught any of it, but I streamed some records while I was making dinner. I was making dinner and doing some chores around the apartment and turned the Discord stream on and was listening to some records. Hopefully at some point, the current dream of wanting to invest in some synthesizers will come true, and then I'll just write my own music. Oh. Interesting. Moving the whole background. Oh, shit. What? Oh, derp. You saw links in Discord afterwards? Yeah, I mean, I try and link the artists and stuff that I was playing as best I can. My one real concern is that I'm probably breaking some sort of Discord rules, and I'd really rather not get my server removed. That would suck. So, I like doing those a lot, and hopefully they don't come back to bite me in any way. I don't think they will, but hopefully. Huh. I think I'm getting it. There we go. Yeah, Fan is a weird band because, like, I know what they're called. I know the name of their albums, and it takes me 3 minutes of searching to find any of their music online because of how obnoxious their titles are. It's like if you call a band, if you name your band Fan, F-A-N, good luck searching for that on the internet. Like, they're certainly not, like, giving a crap about SEOs and SEO and search ranking for their music, which seems a little career suicidal to me, as somebody who does things on the internet. Just doesn't seem that wise. I don't know why anybody would do that, but they certainly seem to do that. Whether they're did it intentionally or not, it just seems a little silly. You just watched enough anime to get your otaku license? Well, I'm glad to know that you passed the test. My otaku detector didn't quite go off when I ran into you for the first time, so take that as a compliment if you want, I guess. As someone who used to date a cosplayer and live with a cosplayer, my otaku detection senses, I would think, are pretty strong usually, but This all has to fit into one long line. Ah, I see how I have to connect this. But yeah, no. At risk of sounding like I just kind of ignored it, thank you seriously for that very generous raid, Steven. Ah. But yeah, no, all of these puzzles are just kind of me prepping my brain to replay the Witness. I didn't finish the big final puzzle in the Witness, but I did get to the end of the Witness the first time I played through. And my plan is to finish my unfinished business with the Witness, I guess. Hey, Sharkers. Sharkers, I got Picture Point into Lost Flame. Got another one. Oh. Okay. I need to get you out, I think. Because I need to get that over there. Oh, good shit, man. The item ping mechanic is so cool. That's not unique to that game, but yes, it is cool. I have a feeling this is one where chat's figured it out first. It is really fun when you have a handful of people playing, though. Actually, now I'm going to go check it out. I'm curious. Oh, good shit. There's actually like a Steam page for it, or a Steam Charge page for it now. Because previously, it was all 0, and then when we were playing the other night, when you guys were playing, good stuff. We did have 5 people online, so this is lying. Somebody's got private Steam accounts, but yeah, that was when I turned my stream on the 14th, and we streamed some of it. That was fun. I'll have to play some more of that. It's like contact tracing? What's contact tracing? This puzzle takes a couple lines in a couple lines. Yeah, it's a couple of lines in a couple of lines. That's a really good way of putting it. Also, if you do see the solution, please do me a favor and do not give me any hints. I'll figure it out. It's the fun of these. Is figuring this stuff out. I keep on thinking I've figured out the solution, and it's not the solution I keep on thinking it is. So I keep thinking I have to move the whole map. But I can't, because this is in the way. Got it. It's so simple. It's so simple. But no idea. God, it's so good. It's so good! Love puzzle games. You know, it's funny. I love feeling like I'm good at games. Even though it's something that the worse my eyes have gotten over the years is like further and further from a reality, right? I think part of the reason I'm suddenly getting more into puzzle games than I've ever been is because it's a game, it's a style of game that I can be good at, you know? I can get all of the I'm good at this feelings without actually having the mechanical skill of the games I used to be good at. It's like Picture Point, you really like fighting games, right? I've always wanted to like fighting games, but never been able to like fighting games because I'm not physically capable of being good at fighting games. So it's like the idea of fighting games has always been really cool, but like they're significantly less cool when you're physically incapable of playing them. I like when you play Lights Out, you feel like you've got the right pattern, and then you're glowing up a circle over and over. I think I bought Lights Out. Hold on, did I? No, it is not one that I bought. I thought that I did, though. Oh, it's a free thing. No, it's not. Probably not the one that you're talking about. What's Lights Out? That, I assure you, is the game. If you're talking about the weird crackling that sounds like it's behind you, I assure you it is the video game. Like, do you hear crackling right now? when the game is tabbed out. Because if you don't, and then suddenly you hear it again now, it's because it's the music. And I assure you it's probably a stylistic choice. I actually really like it. It's a little odd, but I like it. Nope, it's definitely the soundtrack. But yeah, I see. I know what you mean by it sounds like audio issues. I don't know. I've been enjoying the sounds that are this game's soundscape. Okay. How do I get you two out? Oh, maybe I... Gotcha. Good morning, Kravicus. What am I supposed to do from here? Yeah, it fits the sound design of the game, that's for sure. Is it odd? Is it odd? Yes, but it's odd in like a thinking kind of way. Oh. It's a key. I get it. Still not sure how I solved the whole puzzle, but... That is clever. Oh, I get what I need to do. That is really neat. God, people are too goddamn smart. This game's 79 fucking cents too. These must do really well on mobile. It's the only way it makes sense that they can sell these for 79 cents. Could you explain what you have to do? So basically I have to... It's kind of like a combination of line puzzles and puzzles where you have to slide the blocks from left to right or up and down. So I have to... There's a lot of mechanics going on right here, actually. So I have to make the lines to unlock the pieces. And the lines in different shapes give me access to different types of pieces. Man, actually, this one's kind of a tricky one to explain. This one's actually kind of stumping me here. So now I need to make a flat line and then a cross line, I think? Nope, that finishes it. Okay, so I don't need to solve all of those. Yeah, it's kind of like building a circuit. But only the white pieces need to be connected in a functional circuit. This isn't as easy to explain as the last one I played, because the other one that I played today was like, oh, it's about unlocking everything, which was very easy to explain. Not that that really changes much. So I need to make all of these get into a line. Oh. So here we go. And then I make the line. Done. Well, this side's easy, but I'm assuming this side's going to unlock the other side. Oh, okay. So in order to unlock the specific grayed out ones, I need to make the shape, right? There we go. So now I have access to this one. And then once they are no longer locked, then I can move them in any direction. So I'm assuming now I need to make a line. There we go. Or I can make horizontal line. And there we go. That's that piece unlocked. I'm not familiar with Tower of Hanoi, but I have to look it up. Okay, I need to get that one out, I think. Really wish I had like another nook or something to like push these off. Do me a huge favor, Krabicus. Do not give me any hints, tips, or directions. It's not against you. It's me. That ruins these games for me. It's a tower of progressively smaller rings. You get 3 pegs and you have to move the whole tower. Huh. I feel like I need to see a picture. But I'll look it up later. Cheers. And there we go. So that's that done. So now I'm assuming I just need to connect you. There we go. This is really starting to look like circuit boards. I love the look of all these games. They all look so nice. Huh. Well, you can go that. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Similar to the last one. Oh, really? Oh, duh. I did it kind of backwards. Maybe it needs to be half the size. Okay, that is the problem. All right, no. Got to do this one first. Interesting. Okay. Then I need to connect them all, I'm assuming. Okay, so connect this side, and then I'll send this one up here because you can rotate. Okay. Except the marshmallow instead of bread. Yo, if you're looking at this and seeing food, I think you need to go have a snack. This is like those sequences when like in Madagascar when the lion character, all of his friends just start looking like steak. That's what this That was an easy one. Okay. So I gotta do like this, I'm assuming. Meow. Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. It's the chill music. It's good thinking music. I wouldn't say it's necessarily what I like most, but it's certainly part of what I like. That's a lot of rotating. That is geniusly built. Jeez. It's not a hard puzzle, but that is really well designed. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, all of the chill music and the music situation on Twitch just makes me more inspired to get back into my old hobby of just writing my own goddamn music. Everything I've been doing recently is just like, yeah, I need to just go full crazy on that. I've talked about this a little bit, but back in 2016. So for those of you who don't know, in another life, by this I mean like more than 10 years ago, I played a lot of cello. I stopped playing cello in about, I think it was 2011 or 2010. Around that point, I quit. I was never very good at playing cello. I still own my cello, and I love it. And it lives at my parents' house, but what I was good at was composition, to the point where some of my teachers called me a child prodigy, which, whatever the heck that means. I think it's just bullshit that, oh my god, they're actually interested in this thing, so we need to encourage it as much as goddamn possible kind of thing, right? Like, you know, someone is interested in something, so let's encourage it. And after, well, before I met my ex, because my ex more or less stifled this interest out entirely, like completely, because she had no interest in it, and the only hobbies that mattered were her own. I was very interested in writing music of all forms. It doesn't, and I still am. It doesn't matter what genre space necessarily. Certain genres interest me more than others, but the state that Twitch and YouTube and all of these other platforms are, there's no H in Jello, Gary. You correct me on my writing on Twitter, so I get to correct you on that. Yeah, I still own my cello. My grandmother bought it for me, so I ain't getting rid of that. But it's really made me want to get back into writing electronic music, which I did for a brief period of time before I met my ex. And the last time I tried, or got into it, rather, it was, you know, very much like kind of what everybody does, you know, I got myself a actually legal copy, because I think my mom bought it for me for my birthday, or I had a legal copy, but then my mom bought me a legal copy of Fruity Loops, and I wrote music that way for a while. But the thing that always frustrated me with that style of writing music is kind of the limitations you're given by being confined to a computer. It's like you can only write, your music can only be as cool as the hardware that you have, basically. If you don't have like a god PC, you're gonna run out of CPU. And it's kind of almost inevitable. And I hate that. I can't stand it. And so in 2016 through 2017, I had a link where people could donate Bitcoin to my channel. I have had it for a little bit. I also had it open for Ethereum and several other cryptocurrencies. And I didn't get a lot of tips in that method, but I did get a few. And it's worth enough now that it's not going to buy me a full synthesizer setup, but it'll buy me enough that I could get started. And I've been trying to move away from software as much as possible in almost every aspect of what I've been doing, because I know my eyes are going to go away. That's a limited function that I have. Eventually, my eyes will stop working. And so physical synthesizers are something that I can fuck around with and not have to worry about oh, well, what's the point of having this hobby, because I'm going to be up to it, like, needing accessibility software for it in X amount of years. So he did that a couple of decades? I gotcha. So I'm probably gonna, because I've been saving up some money, so I'm probably going to sell that, plus we have a tax check coming in February for COVID relief stuff, which just everybody gets under a certain pay threshold. So I'm thinking I'm gonna kind of take that plus some of the YouTube revenue I've been getting, because YouTube's been kind, and fucking start writing music again. It's like the last thing that my ex kind of took from me that I haven't gotten back yet. I need to get that one moving. How the fuck? 'Cause I can't rotate you. Because, like, I could do that, but that doesn't do anything. How am I? It's chill. Just talking about synthesizers and music. But yeah, no, I've been falling down the rabbit hole recently of generative synthesis and algorithmically generated music, which you can do with modular synthesizers. It's not a cheap hobby to get into, but I think with that kind of kickstart that I have. Oh, okay, I see how I'm supposed to do this. With a bit of a kickstart, I think I can do it. I think I can swing it this year. Why am I going to lose your eyesight? My right eye doesn't work at all. My left eye barely works, which is a condition I was born with. Both my eyes... There's an S at the end of Crypt Jams. It's Crypt Jams! But because of this, my eyes have never been the best. Obviously. Then combine that with me now being a type 1 diabetic, which causes eyesight degeneration. So my eyes were degenerating anyway and getting worse slowly over time. Then combine that with me now being diabetic. It's literally just a matter of time. I'm not really necessarily looking for sympathy. It's just kind of a reality that I live with. Not an exceptionally shitty one, just kind of a mundanely dull one for me. Like, it's always been kind of a reality that I've lived with, but it's become more of one as time has gone on. Neighbor's dog above me is going apeshit at fucking 2:40 in the morning. Don't get big dog in small apartment. Why is it so hard for people to understand? God. No. There's no technology that will fix my eyesight currently. But then again, technology is moving fast, so who cares? Who knows? Maybe. But currently, that's not an option. So, I, being the doomer that I am prepping for worst. I don't prep for positive scenarios. I prep for negative scenarios, and if the positive scenario is the one that happens, that's a bonus. A party or a fight? Well then. That seems like proper pandemic behavior, I would say. That one. Got it. Got it. Good day, Nightingale. Welcome to some puzzles. I have some neighbors that are 3 floors above me. They're on the top floor. And it's a pretty big family. It's a family of about at least 5 different voices I've heard up there. It's a 3-bedroom apartment, so it's pretty big. Those are the penthouse suites up top. They're very expensive too, so they must be pretty loaded, but anyway, I hear them screaming at each other. 2 teenage girls and a boy. And I hear them fucking shouting at each other some days. Like, to the point where it's almost concerning levels of shouting. Good morning, Barons. Ah, okay. But yeah, no, I guess in short, I'm just tired of worrying about using other people's music for things. I'm tired of licensing music for things, and I haven't even been licensing music for things for that long, but long enough that I'm tired of it. So plan for next little bit is to get to a point where I can just say, fuck you, big record labels, I'll just make my own. Not entirely certain that's the best course of action, but it's certainly the most entertaining for me, so maybe that's a benefit. It sounds like fighting, yeah. In regards to the people above me, yeah, it sounds like fighting. I only really hear them when I have my window open, and they also have their window open, so fortunately I haven't heard them that much since the summer ended, but there's been a couple nights. How long do I think copyright should be? My opinions on copyright law are irrelevant. And I'm not gonna sit here and start discussing the politics of that. But what I will say is I'm fucking tired of having to license shit. I'm not here to talk about politics, man. How the fuck did I screw this up? Yep, submitting another noise complaint. Admittedly, I'm awake, so it's not that big of a deal, but if I was asleep, that dog upstairs would be waking me the heck up right now. My building has a very strict code on how big dogs can be that you're allowed to have. And they have a very large dog upstairs that's definitely a puppy and is definitely loud as hell. It's definitely annoying as hell. I'm of the opinion if I'm getting woken up, not when the sound that I hear is nails and thunking as it bumps against the wall when they play fetch with it indoors. I've never had a problem with hearing small dogs in this building. That dog is huge. And it is loud. It's got nothing to do with the size of the dog. It's how well behaved and trained the dog is. Trying to like get more pieces here off of this. I'm like out of the way here. There we go. Got it. I love a good puzzle game looks significantly more complicated than it generally is. And this is certainly one that looks a lot more complicated than I think it is a lot of the time. So I keep overthinking it, and that's a good thing. Oh, I see. It's bumping into this guy. Brilliant. Oh, I see. Duh. What we were puzzling here? It's a combination of line puzzles and block puzzles. So I'm sliding blocks to gain the ability to make lines. And then as an added layer, I'm turning things on and off. I know that that's like maybe not the greatest description, but it's what I'm doing. You could say that I'm puzzled by this. That's definitely a possibility that you are currently puzzled by this. Actually, hold on. I see something I could do. There we go. Then I can open you up. Not sure what that actually does for me here. Aside from that, now I can move you over and get you out of the way, kind of. Trying to see. Actually, hold on. Let's try this. I'm not sure how that helps me, or if that even helps me. Best of luck. We'll see you when we see you, Krabicus. This one makes a lot of sense. Like, trust me, it makes a lot of sense if you watch it from the beginning. This puzzle. They do make a lot of sense if you watch it from the beginning. But yeah, no, these are kind of question mark in a lot of places. How the fuck? Okay, well that's just making things worse. So let's. Nani? What? Ooh, I have a hunch. Could be wrong, but I have a hunch. Ha ha ha, I now have so much more space. Look at me. All right. Look at all this room for activities. So much space all of a sudden to play around with. Not quite enough space. But we're making progress. You'd go mad doing all these puzzles? Why is that? You go mad pretty easy. You don't find solving puzzles like this satisfying? Frustrated? See, I don't find this frustrating. Confusing and perplexing, yes. Frustrating, no. You know, it's funny, like, a few years ago, sure. A few years ago, I would be like, oh yeah, this is very frustrating. No, me no likey. But, I think I've grown up a bit. Cold. I need my robe. You don't want to solve them yourself? Didn't you do one of them? I think you did the line puzzles one? Lineway? Or was... Yeah, Lineway. Was the one that I think that you picked up. God, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. This one's taken me a little longer. How long have I been at this? 95 minutes, damn. This should be a long one. Now I need to move this. Now once again, how the fuck do I do that? Back to square one. Well, maybe not quite square one, but like... back to a slightly earlier square than I was at before. Ah, shit. Trying to like do this from this spot right here. But I don't know if I can, because I want to get that right there. Not certain I'm going about this the right way here. In fact, I'm almost certain I'm not. Or maybe I am. I need to move you up one. So how the fuck do I do that? Which means I need to move you again. No, that's the wrong way. Damn you, game! You're screwing up me answers. Dang it. Silly. Okay, so now I can move it up. Then I need to connect them all, I'm assuming. Oh, literally. Okay. Phew. I wouldn't necessarily say hard. Hard is kind of the wrong word, and I wouldn't also say tedious. But I could also see why someone would find it both hard and tedious. I don't find these types of clicking puzzles to be tedious, but if you don't like a lot of clicking, yeah, I could see why someone would find these tedious. Hello, Noctima. I've found these to be quite a pleasant challenge, actually. Like, not easy, but also, like, certainly not impossible. Which is, I think, a really nice balance for puzzles. Like, tricky but fair, I guess. Okay, how the heck do you want me to go around that corner then? Probably this one. So I need to get this block right there. Like that, basically. So I need to get you out of here. I don't have a blank one. That's perplexing. Starseed Pilgrim. No, but it sounds very familiar. Let me look it up. My knee-jerk reaction to this is very ugly. I have not played that, no. There's no buttons I can push. You headed to bed? We'll see you when we see you then. Picture point. It was just the last. Oh, it's just the last one that looked tedious? Fair. This is a little bit perplexing because I'm looking at this puzzle and going, okay, if I had some of the tools that the other puzzles give me, this would be quite simple. But because I don't, I'm not sure what the game wants me to do with this. Like if I had the ability to rotate everything here, this would make a lot of sense. But I don't. So it's like, okay, you've removed a mechanic now. Now I, as the player, have to figure out how to deal with that. But I'm not seeing a solution. Not yet, at least. Wait, Goldpoke, you've been here since the beginning and you only just figured out what I'm trying to do? Unless, like, you had to tune out for a bit. I need to put that there. Now I feel like I'm missing pieces. What? You changing the rules on me? Maybe you're my extra piece. And Bamboozler, do me a huge favor. Don't do what you just did. Do not give me any hints or tips or suggestions or ideas. Removes the purpose of puzzling games. No backseat. Yeah, no backseat. Even unintended backseat. Most backseating, in my opinion, is unintended. Most people who offer advice in games aren't offering it maliciously or anything. That's the solution. I have to get you over there. Question is, how the fuck do I do that? That's the question. How the hell do I get it over there without, like, fucking the rest of the puzzle up? Which I'm very much doing. Ah, okay. Why did I do that? This has got me, like, so perplexed. I'm just, like, silently solving. It's a good puzzle. Good puzzle me like. Well, maybe that's not it. Still missing a piece. Right, yeah, because I have to go on the upper side. Duh. Okay. I have to go this way. How can I do that from here? Got it. I love this, like, shtick that this dev's had for a while now of every single one of the games just making you finish it off with hearts. Last puzzles just build hearts. It's kind of cute. And there we go. We did it. That was up, left, and out.